Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today. We're almost to the end of this first week in August, and honestly, I expected some better movements, some better follow through on the stocks I like to trade. Just wasn't there this week. So hopefully it starts to build in. I mean, we've got a lot of stocks hitting our scan, a lot of stocks reporting earnings. But once the market opens, the stocks that I'm looking at just aren't giving us these follow-through moves. There are some out there every day that make the move, but I'm just missing them, and they're making moves on low volume or no volume, or they're making moves, and I really never anticipated them to make. So I feel those handcuffs tightening up on me a little bit. Because day trading is already challenging. But then add the fact that we're not trading with a lot of money right now, and it makes it even more challenging. And it's not that we're handcuffed with our hands in front of us. It's not that we're handcuffed with our hands behind us. But we're handcuffed to the bar of a jail cell. That's how tough it is trading, starting out with $1,000. And the reason why I'm doing this, because I want you guys to see firsthand just how hard it is. How hard it is to find stocks that's going to give you the moves that would make sense for you to trade it. And if you find a stock, that doesn't mean it's going to move. And you're going to have to deal with all of that stuff. And what's even more challenging, we're limited to what broker we can use. Being here in the United States, we are very limited to what we can do because of this pattern day trader rule, thanks to, our Uncle Sam. The strategies that we trade, we're kind of limited in that because, we have to manage our risk. We don't have a lot to start with, and it'll be real easy to lose that in our whole career before it even gets started. So when it's starting with $1,000, we're struggling. There's just no two words about it, and you're gonna struggle. We're gonna struggle. That's the whole beauty of this. The struggle is what's going to define us. It's what's going to strengthen us. It's what's going to help us grow and develop the discipline that we're going to need when we grow our account and we start taking larger positions. And we're going to be comfortable in it. We're going to know what we're looking at. We're going to know what we're looking for. We're not going to get in a stock and then all of a sudden try to ask, should I get out here? Or should I let it go? Or what should I do? You're going to already know. You're going to already have that plan. So, even though this I feel is a good thing, kind of like a scared straight type deal, it is frustrating. Now, that noose isn't around my neck just yet. Right now, I'm handcuffed behind my back to a jail cell. So I'm in a jail cell, but I have no freedom to move around because I'm handcuffed with my hands behind my back to the freaking jail cell. So just imagine how that feels if you haven't really started yet. So today we took MGM, and like I said this morning, the stocks that I had on watch just did not set up. They didn't give us the price action we needed. They were just all over the place, either spready, just did not give me what I was looking for. So I waited, tried to catch a secondary move on this MGM. It already got down. We recovered a little bit, tried to go green on the day. Rejected the 100 here, pulled back, came back through all of this garbage, which should be resistance at this point. And we we didn't just dip below it. We actually fell through it, closed, and confirmed that we were establishing below this. I got in. I was patient and waited for all of this. And I was pretty proud of I'm still proud of being patient and not just jumping in. But as soon as we get in, no follow through on the move, just like yesterday. No follow through on it. It turns around and goes back the other way and never comes back to where we want it to go, or where we saw it setting up to go. It just didn't. So I'm not mad. What I'm mad about is the slippage I got on this. And I'm mad at myself, not the broker, not the platform. I'm mad at myself because I knew that when I tried to mark it in and it rejected it, said it wasn't no liquidity, and I had to use a limit order to get in, I should have known right then when I put my stop in to put a stop, use a limit order. Don't use a market order. What that tells me is that SureTrader does not have any of these shares in-house that they can fill me on. So just like with CAKE yesterday, there were no shares in-house they could not fill me on. So when I did a market order, they couldn't use the house route. It had to go out through direct access. It had to go out to the market. So, and that field yesterday, that field on edge. Today, this field on edge. Normally when I mark it in, it's, I think, PDQM or SMAT. Those are the two house routes. When I mark it, those are the ones that usually hit. But I don't know if there's something going on with their software, or they tried to change something. Whatever the case is, I should have never done this. I got about a 20-cent slippage on this. What cost me this extra money? My losses should have been just over $50, but the slippage cost me $81. So that was a mental mistake I made. Because, it's frustrating because you have to do these things because of the broker you're working with. You got to keep on top of things so that you don't fall outside of their parameters and it hurts you. That's stressful right there. But when and you still make the mistake, that really makes you a little bit hot. So not mad at my trade, just mad at myself for not using the right stop and taking on this slippage, which probably puts me red this week. So not a very good week. So tomorrow, I'm only able to trade a half a day tomorrow because I have to get on the road at lunchtime. But we'll see. I'm not going to force it. If there's no trade, I'm not going to take one. I'm not going to force it to try to be green on the week. That's not what this is about. This is about developing the right skill and making sure that you understand the risk involved and what you're going to have to do in order to work towards getting to the next level. And it starts with discipline. Having a discipline to not take a trade if you don't have your setup. Now, if you don't take a trade over and over and over again, then you may be experiencing some fear entering the trade, which means you don't have confidence, and you're going to need to paper trade or something to try to help build confidence in your strategy. But don't force it. I could have easily come in and tried to force and make this money back. But today wasn't today. It was not the day. So let's look at a couple other stocks. W was on our radar and made this huge move pre-market. But the spreads on this practically made it untradeable. Now, you can trade this and not even worry about it in the simulator, but trying to trade this live, as soon as you get in, most people look at their P&L, they're going to be down 50 or 60 bucks, if not $100, because of the spread on this. And it just wasn't trading real clean. I know it made some solid moves, but before it made these, there was a whole lot of jumping around. So trying to trade this stock with a small account, you would have given money back left and right, because you have to manage your risk. And a stock with $2-3 candles at times, or even more, is going to stop you out every time if you're managing your risk properly. So we couldn't trade this, and you can see at the open it really didn't give much after the open, because I could draw, here's the pre-market low, here's the pre-market high, and you can see it pretty much traded in that range. So there were really no trades, no setups. Now you could scalp this if you're a scalper, but not a scalper. Tiva was the one that made the best moves, the cleanest price action. Now this one didn't hit our scan because the float was too high. You know, I have a maximum of 500 million shares for the float. This is over 5, not by much, but it's over 5, and it didn't hit my scan. But I looked at this early this morning because it was on my Thinkorswim scan when I logged in my computer, and this was the one on top. And you know, they had the most volume. So I should have looked at this. I should have paid more attention to it. But this is on me too. I just decided, and I was watching this through pre-market. I was watching it through all of this. So this is on me that I didn't put this on watch. No, I can't blame anybody but myself. It made a nice move here. Finally made the opening range breakdown. You could use 15 minutes even if you wanted to, but real nice breakdown. Here's the bounce and the secondary move right here. You know, you could have used this as a bear flag, the flagpole, and then this almost gave you the move of that flagpole. It didn't quite get there, but it gave a nice secondary move. So this was the stock of the day, really. A couple people in the community did catch it, and they did trade it. You know, so they did a good job, but you know, me not putting this on watch is on me. Here's another one. This one was on my watch. I didn't trade this because look at the volume. This didn't even get over 100,000 shares. There's no way I'm trading a stock with this low volume. But look at the move it made. It made a nice move down, then kind of flattened out. Bam. It just kind of inched its way down. Stayed under the 9 the whole time and just kept going. I couldn't trade it. I was not going to break my rule and jump in this thing. So I didn't trade it, but there's several people in the community traded it and did real good on it. So we had 2 solid, you know, stocks that we watched, you know, that set up for opening range breakdown and did good. You know, this one really never set up for a continuation. It's just been slowly running down. I mean, here you could catch the rejection off of the 9 on this one. But, I mean, 2 stocks, 2 solid opportunities to make money today. And I wasn't in any of them. So, that was my day. X reported earnings yesterday. You know, I got a love-hate relationship with X, but X put in a good 5-minute opening range breakdown. Really solid today. So they were all over the place. They just weren't in my wheelhouse where they need to be. So tomorrow, gonna have a lot more focus on trying to make sure I find those stocks that can give me a good trade tomorrow. I want to end the week strong. Well, since I've got half a day, I won't be able to hang around to see the end of the day. And then next week is a short week for me. I only have 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we're headed to another wedding. But this time, we get to go to an exotic wedding. My wife's boss is getting married in Turks and Caicos. So, which works out perfect because my anniversary is on the 10th, which is that Friday. So, you know, for the first time in my life, things kind of came together as like a perfect storm. So, really excited about that. But hate I'm going to miss, you know, trading. But I was joking with the room today that, you know, I always dreamed, ever since I first started trading, I always dreamed of taking that Tim Sykes picture. Or that canal picture where you're sitting there trading at this beautiful resort and the beach in the background. You know, I could do that here, you know, when I go to Hilton Head all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an exotic blue water beach. You know, I want to take that picture. So hopefully I've got Wi-Fi over there, because we'll be split between 2 resorts. They getting married in some remote part. We got to stay in cabins, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. But I want to take that picture. Even if it's a fake picture, I want to have it so I can use it and I can post it. You know, put it up here on my wall, because that's another check off the bucket list. Alright, so I'm rambling. I'm done. You guys have a great evening, a great night, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning.